Hi guys, we're back. Remember this file? Where in this video we're going to be looking at actually writing Git commands and pushing our Git commands to the Git repository on the internet. So we're pushing files from our desktop and we want to push it to GitHub. Remember, GitHub is the internet space, a storage space where we store our Git repositories and folders so that other people can see it on the internet, and so we can also host our websites as well, right? So if you don't have this, remember how to do that. You just create new repository. So you can come here, new repository, or just create new repository. Once you do that and you hit enter, it would become something like this, right? And it's pretty straightforward. Once you have that, we're going to go through different steps. All right, I'm going to skip the echo one for now, right? And we're going to first start with initializing Git. If you already have Git installed, open your Visual Studio Code. You can open your Prime website, right, or your list. Let's use your list website. Remember this list? Let's open it so you can see it. List website. All right, so remember this is my list website. So we want to push this to GitHub so that you have it, and then please share the link once you've pushed it to GitHub as one of your assignments. So you see we're starting with assignments. You're gonna have a lot of assignments this week actually. So once you have that, now we need to push this to GitHub. How do we do that? First, you need to open your inbuilt terminal on Visual Studio Code. So it's terminal and then new terminal. So it would open something like this. So let me bring this up so you see it better. All right, open something like this, right? Now what I need to do is first initialize Git. So you need to do git init, I-N-I-T. That means initialize. So it would say something like this: initialized empty Git repository. So right now you have Git initialized. It's almost like you're starting Git, like it's a remote control. You're saying turn it on, turn Git on, right? So that's basically what's happening here. So Git is initialized. So we're going to go through to the different steps of what is here. So it would ask you to add a readme. We can also just, leave that out for now. So now after Git init, we need to commit, right? We need to commit to Git. All right, so to do that, what does that even mean? What do you mean when you say you're committing? So basically it's like you're working on GitHub, right? And you're working on Git, and you don't want to send all your files to Git. So let's say you have or you want to be able to track what's happening in this file that you're committing to Git. You want to be able to say what is happening. So let's say that I was working on just list one, just ordered list, right? And I want other people around the world or myself, when I come back to this code, to know what's happening. I can commit a message, right, and say that this is working on list one, so that somebody else in another part of the world can see that, oh, okay, then I need to work on the unordered list two. So this is not there, right? It's just this, right? So commit message helps people understand what you're doing with your code. I mean, sometimes it's not that straightforward because sometimes people are just frustrated and they just write anything there because it becomes redundant, right? But that's what the commit message is. So you're gonna type git commit -m and then write your first commit message. So you can write anything here really. So whatever you're writing here is up to you. So let's do that. So I'll say git git commit and then -m. Please make sure that it's spaced out well, and I'll say list commits, committing list, or committing list. And you can say anything you want really. It's your message. Committing. I've seen a lot of interesting stuff here. List, and then hit enter. So it says on branch initialize commit on track index.html. So right now we've not added, so we can't just commit because we have a file that has not been added. So to add, first you can also do git status. Sorry, don't get too confused. Git status is just basically checking the status of your file. When it's red, it means that we've not added it to Git, so we can't commit, right? Because it is red. So we can check the status for sure, just to be sure that it has not been added. So you see, when you do git status, it tells you no commit yet. Yet it's still red, so we need to add it. Now, how do you add files? We can either do git add. So let's just clear this out. Sorry. Oh, what's happening here? Yeah, I wanted to clear that out. Oops. All right, can't remember how to clear this out. So anyway, basically, so we want to be able to add to Git. So git add Git Add, and now you can say either add index.html. That's the name of the file, so we want to add that file. Now if we do Git Status, it will be below. Initially I was trying to clear and I can't remember. I mean, that's weird, right? And so you can see that it's green, right? So it has been added to Git. So step 1 was to Git init. Step 2 ideally is Git Add instead of Git Commit, right? So step 2 is Git Add, and now we're adding a new file. So we're adding index.html. So now that it's green, we've added that. So Git init, Git Add. Now we can commit because we've already added it. So the step is to first initialize. The second step will be to add the file. We can also just do Git Add all if we want to add everything. So we'll do Git Add and then a dot. It would add everything if you want to add all the files that you have, right? But if you just want to add one file, it would just be index.html. Okay, now we can commit. So after Git add, so Git commit -m, first message can be my list, committing my list. You can use any message really. Committing list. This time it should work. Yes, that's it. So Git commit, it is added to the commit. It's not yet on the internet. So we're in the commit step. So we're here. So we're in Git commit. Now we need to do Git branch -m. That will be the main branch. So we're telling the computer that this is going to be stored in the main branch in Git. All right. And then we would add it here. So just type it here, Git branch -m main. All right. So it is added to the main branch. So we're going to do the step where we now connect to the internet. So we're going to connect from our file. We're going to connect from here, right? So you copy and then paste it here. And so it's basically connecting to this repository. Now, if you do this and you get a prompt where you're supposed to add your username, config, just remember that we did that somewhere here. So you can go back to that. So remember this where you did git config. And so if it asks you for your config message, just copy this. So -- global user the name, and then you can put your name here. So you need to type all of this. So it will be git config -- global username, type your name, and then once you're done, hit enter, and then type global user the email, type your email and hit enter. It does that sometimes when it's your first time. If you didn't do the config yourself before, it would actually ask you to config and add your email and then your username. Just follow it and then it would add it, right? Now that you've committed, then we can now push this file from here to the internet. So to do that, we'll just do git -push, git push _u origin main, and then copy paste, right? And then that should push it to the internet. All right, so it's writing it, and yes, now we have it on the internet. If I refresh that page right now, it would look differently, right? Because now my file is on the internet. Can you see that? Yay! So that's the file that I have on my computer that is now on the internet. In the next video, we'll look at adding it to GitHub pages, so you can see it as an actual GitHub page, and you can actually view the page on the internet. All right. So that's basically, so you see I have the same file, right? Same file, same file. So that's basically how to install Git on your computer, and then commit Git, sorry. That's how you actually add Git to your file and push your file from your Visual Studio Code and push it to the internet so that other people can see it. Okay guys, that's it. If you're able to do that, congratulations. That's your first Git push to the internet. That should be exciting, right? And I'll see you in the next video.